Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rowan Goes YouTube channel. This is the channel where you tune in to find out everything about where Rowan's going and the characters that make this story special. And today we're going to talk about Nana. There's two things about Nana that make her super special. One, this character is based off a real human being. And two, this is not the first book that's inspired by Nana. So, why would other books be inspired by Nana? What makes her so special? Well, in 1957, she was born in the thumb of Michigan. That's not all that special, but she was also born with something called Ventricular Septal Defect. What? It's just this fancy term for a hole in the heart. So she was born with a hole in the heart. That's not all that crazy. Like, lots of people are born with holes in their heart. Yeah, and most children that are born with holes in their heart, those hearts patch by the time they're 3 years old. In this case, it never healed itself. So at 6, she's down in Detroit having open heart surgery. The surgery, not so well. First, she got really, really sick before the surgery and had to be put on ice baths and lost hearing in one of her ears. Then, as they were patching her up from the hole in her heart, they did the surgery. They were patching her up and click, the surgeon's knife slipped and cut her heart. Now her heart only beats 17 beats a minute. 17 beats a minute. What are we gonna do? So the surgeon and the doctors give the child back to her mother and they say, okay, here's what you need to do. You need to monitor her hourly. So now this little girl's running around and they're like, calm down, not too fast, take it easy. Her whole life was that. And she was told, you'll never live to be 25 and you'll never have children. Now you can see what makes her so special. So she graduates high school, and in that time, the drinking age was 18. So she's at a bar and she meets a tall blonde. That would be my dad. They get married when she's 21, and by the time she's 23, she can barely walk up 2 stairs because her heart only beats 17 beats a minute. So he has an idea, and he's like, hey, let's go to Cleveland Clinic. So they go to Cleveland Clinic, and she gets her first pacemaker. Now, this is pretty cool. What happens from there? Boom. They have 2 kids, my brother and then me. I'm the baby of the family. So they've got their 2 kids, and we really aren't concerned that her mother has a pacemaker keeping her alive because it's keeping her alive. The only time we're really ever concerned is the times when she's in the hospital and she has to have, her pacemaker, like her battery changed, and she has open heart surgery. Those were really the only times that we were present to the miracle that her mother was and how fragile life was. But other than that, we lived a pretty normal life. Our mom was our mom. She did her thing, and she had an awesome job. She was like a career woman, worked her entire life. And then all she wanted was a grandchild. And my brother and I took forever. In fact, I don't even have kids yet, and I'm old. So anyways, about a year and a half before she passed, my brother had Rowan. And this woman who was told that she would never live to be 25 and never have babies had 2 awesome kids and the coolest grandchild on the planet. Not to mention a really awesome daughter-in-law. But I told you earlier that this is not the first book that was based on this person. One of her doctors wrote this: cardiac arrest. Now, I haven't read the whole thing yet, but this came out somewhere in the early 90s. This was one of her doctors, and they thought, oh my gosh, what a cool story about people with pacemakers, and you could actually kill people. So it's a thriller, and it was inspired by her, and the doctor gave her a copy. But it's not fictionally correct or anything like that, so don't go reading it thinking it's about her life. It was just really inspired by her. So I now have a copy of this book, and I'm sure you could find it somewhere. It's called Cardiac Arrest. I don't have a link for it, and I'm not promoting it. So anyways, if you have any more questions or any feedback or anything, need to know anything about Nana, please type it below and I'll respond. Have a great day.